much violence, too much pain, but I have an honorable compromise. Just walk away. Join me. Join me and give me all your subs. Give me all your views. Be part of the indie comics revolution, and I will spare you. Do not be part of the problem, but be part of the solution. Listen to Lord Humongous. The indie comics revolution is underway. So walk away from the big two. Just walk away and join the revolt.
That's right. Join the revolt. Join it today, as a matter of fact. I am your occasionally humble host, CB Smallwood, here with you on this February the what? February the 10th, Friday. It's a Friday as of this video. So happy Friday to you. And I wish you all a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and a good night, wherever you may be. You are watching another one of these fast, whipped out quick episodes of Sketching Past Midnight. I am your host, CB Smallwood, and let's go ahead and get started with today's topic, which is basically the WILDCAT Dead Man Walking comic that I'm working on, and kind of where I'm at with that. And also, I'll talk briefly about the 100'S. What is the 100'S? And why am I talking about it? All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, first of all, you're looking at my sketchbook. And in this sketchbook in particular, I'm working out a lot of ideas. And I'm also working on getting better as an artist, you know, because, well, I suck. One of my favorite artists, I feel like his name is Boy Chai or something. Boy Che. I'm not for sure. He's a South Korean artist. He's really good. I discovered him well, I shouldn't say discovered him. I became aware of him a few years ago, and I think it was from the Wallman comic, and it was also from a little bit from Stone, but I don't, Dr. Stone, or whatever it's called, but I don't think Dr. Stone's is best work compared to Wallman. And there's other things that he's done that's equally as cool. So, you know, just tinkering around, you know, kind of trying to lift some things from him, you know, studying some Andy Kubert, and of course some J. Scott Campbell and that sort of thing, you know. That sort of thing. What have you? So, you know, lots of studying, of course, and stuff like that. And so, you know, here I am learning to draw crows. And crows will play an important part of the story for the WILDCAT Dead Man Walking thing that I'm putting together. Hopefully it'll come across really well. It'll be somewhat original, maybe interesting. I'm shooting for interesting. If I can get interesting with it, I'm going to be a happy man. So, learning to draw crows. Also going to have to learn to draw some owls and other birds, possibly. And here we see some of the first thumbnails for the WILDCAT Dead Man Walking thing that I'm working on. For those that are familiar with the WILDCAT anthology, that was some of you's first introduction to WILDCAT in terms of comics. Well, this story is going to be about WILDCAT's well, I shouldn't say origin. It's more like you're really going to get to know the character in a way that you haven't up to this date. And it's going to be set in a small town. Lots of weird and creepy things are going on in that town. And and it's going to explore like local corruption, and there's going to be these dark, creepy elements in it. I done mention that, of course. It's a mixture of like Walking Tall meets Twin Peaks meets I forgot what that name of that one TV series was. Wayward Pines. Wayward Pines. Kind of a little bit of Wayward Pines, a little bit of Lost, a little bit of X-Files, a little bit of The Max, a little bit of everything. So anyway, and this is page 9, by the way. I kind of do these out of order as I think of them. I've got thumbnails all over the place, and so I just kind of, organize in my own way. Here we see a very craftily drawn, establishing shot, I guess, of the small town and mountains and trees, and there's cars and vehicles and a town and stuff, and then we get a more close-up shot of a vehicle traveling through town. And then as the vehicle travels through town, we see that there's an event going on with the mayor, and there's a banner in the background that says, "Welcome to Shadow Falls." And the mayor is giving a speech before the crowd. And we see one of our protagonists in the story, which is her nickname is the Fox because she wears a fox hoodie, whatever. I'll work on that. The truck that she's in is driving on. More of that. And we're going to see more of kind of like what the town looks like as she's driving through it. There's going to be like a homeless guy and stuff like that. This might be a throwaway page. I may have to tinker with this more, but we see a crow resting on the light signal and stuff like that. And it's flying overhead. It's following the truck. We see the crow in the distance and stuff. We see its wings spread out up in the air, and she's heading toward the high school, which I'm going to change this bottom shot. Here, we're getting into the Mean Girls territory, and so we're getting introduction to the Mean Girls. They're watching Megan Fox, whatever, and get out of the vehicle, and she's being confronted by them. She's not liking what she is hearing, and so I know you can't really tell because I know what it is, but she's punching at them. This is a big fist. This is a head. And a teacher type character stops Megan from hitting the girl or the other girls, and he's basically instructing everybody to go to class, that sort of thing. Here we get a interior shot of the high school as people are coming and going. One of Megan's friends are waving her down. We see a bird's eye view and a bunch of dialogue and discussion. Here I am learning to draw crows yet again, trying to get that down, trying to get this stuff going. This is a possible page in the comic. I've got a lot of cool stuff in, and so I'm reaching a point where I'm having to take stuff out and pick and choose what fits the story the best. I really wanted to get a TV playing in the background to kind of further establish this world that I'm building and give you a kind of sense of what's going on. Here, this is not necessarily page 1 in reality, but we'll go with that, okay? I know what page it is, but she's waking up from a nightmare. She's looking at her cell phone. It's about 7:10 a.m., and she's trying to get adjusted, and she's just sitting there in this big splash page that should be showing all the chaos and interesting things that is her in her life and why you should care, maybe a little bit, slightly. And then we hear a caw, that is a crow near the window. And have you ever tried to sleep when there is a crow around or any other type of bird. It's very annoying. Caw caw. And I'm going to have Megan blurt out something here where she's cussing or yelling at the bird to go away. It flies away, and I thought it'd be kind of neat to have maybe like a title sequence or something, the name of the story here on the bird's wings. Here we see Megan up and about. There is her uncle, the sheriff, and here she's coming through the hallway, and they're having a conversation. And I wanted to emphasize that he is the sheriff, so a close up of the badge and that sort of thing. And then we get down to here where the conversation starts to get a little heated between the two of them. And then here he's saying something really cold. And, I don't know how Megan takes that, but he's sitting down his cup of coffee. Here, got more sketches where I am learning, trying to learn, trying to get better as a artiste. Some mixed results. So continuing on, there he is having a conversation. They're having a back and forth, and his radio goes off. Basically, something's happened where the sheriff is needed, and so he's getting ready to leave. And we see in this top panel, he's saying something right before he goes out the door. He slams the door. There's Megan yelling something, and then a crow again in the background says "caw," and then we have her bawling out the crow again, yelling at the window because the crow has returned. This shot, didn't work out too well. I wrote a note to myself to change to a establishing shot or whatever, the exterior shot of the house that she's leaving, so you actually get an idea where they live at, what it looks like. She's going down the steps. There is a kitty cat saying meow. Cat's kind of following her to the vehicle as she's getting ready to go to school. And we see the cat looking up at her shadow, and she's talking to the cat, and she reaches down and pets the cat and then goes to get in the truck. And the purpose of this entire page is I want to establish her attitude, her demeanor, her character, who she is on the inside. So when no one's watching and stuff like that, kind of like the buggy theory in that they have about returning cards and stuff, it exposes a person's true nature. But this is sort of what this is in some regards. You're basically seeing the real her as she interacts with this cat. So it's like, I got this note up here. It says rude but sweet. I wanted to show how she comes off as very brash and maybe even rude at the beginning of the story, but as we get to know her, we see that she actually is sweet on the inside. Anyway, if you remember earlier, not expecting you to, she had drove downtown as she was passing this crowd, there's some type of thing coming here, and basically a small town in Kentucky is going back to its original name, which is called Shadow Falls, Kentucky. And so, that's going to play an interesting role in the story. And I don't think I have anything else of note to really show you wonderful folks. That's kind of cool, girl. But, there we are. And so I want to talk about the 100s here in a second. To summarize what you just seen, this is stuff that I'm working on. I have other things that I've been working on with WILDCAT Dead Man Walking. I've actually drawn some pages, inked some pages. So there's a lot more that you haven't seen. I will show you this. This is pretty cool. I don't know if my poor man computer display will work well. Never mind the silver paint that my son exploded on here. This is an awesome website called Milanote. Okay. It is MILANOTE. There is an app for it. I recommend getting the app, and there is a website. So get on the website too if you have a desktop or laptop computer or whatever. It has really cool stuff. In a future video, I'll show you how to navigate this. But I have taken the time to upload all my thumbnails from my various notebooks to kind of piece together the story of WILDCAT, you know, and I've got here like page 2 where WILDCAT is getting murdered, going all the way up to page 5, and we're getting all kinds of different stuff. And look how cool this is, you know. I can rename this stuff. I can take the words out. I can move this around anywhere I want to. And I don't know what to do with that. Oh, put it back up here. There we go. But you can move stuff around very easily and shuffle it. So you kind of see how stuff kind of pieces together. And very happy with this. There's more thumbnails I actually need to add to this. So I can kind of sort my ideas out as I'm doing them. But I encourage you all to consider downloading the app Milanote. I don't get no money or nothing from that. It's just I recommend it. If you're a writer, you can do really awesome stuff and put things together and organize your thoughts and ideas. If you're an artist, you can do the same thing. And if you're both, even better. So check that out. It is milanote.com, and there's also an app. So let's focus right down to here. So I wanted to talk about the 100s for a second, you know, briefly. Our good friends Frank Salazar and Adam Lohr are resurrecting. Is that even a word? Resurrecting the 100s, and it never really went away. But it does need an injection of enthusiasm, a bit of spice of life. You know, it needs to do a line or something. It needs some energy brought to it, and they're going to try to step up to the challenge to restore this enthusiasm in this wonderful movement that's called the 100s. Now, for those that don't know, the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge was started by Kevin Cross anywhere from 5 to 10 years ago, give or take, but probably longer, at least 10 years, maybe. And, you know, he created it because basically he just wanted to get stuff done on his own comic book projects. He's always working for everybody else but himself. And he decided that for every day, for at least no less than 30 minutes a day, for 100 days, he was going to work on his comic, and he was going to upload a video every day to hold himself accountable, to let people know this is what he's working on, and to smack him if he got off track. And so that's the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge. What ended up happening was people were so enamored with it and liked the concept of it that they wanted to do it too. They wanted to partake in it, you know, because there's a lot of us out there that are procrastinators, or we daydream too much, or, you know, we just prioritize all the wrong things in life, and we just wanted to kind of get on track. And that's what the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge did for a lot of us. And so there was a big swath of people that came in and did the challenge, and they organized it, and it took on a life of its own. And Kevin Cross took a step back, and he just kind of kept doing his own thing, and everybody else just kept the 100s going. Eventually, as all things usually happen, as things usually go, there was an internal explosion for the 100s where it just kind of went to the wayside. You know, all the main architects that were really pushing the movement stepped away from it, left it, whatever. But it didn't die. It's still there. Even Kevin Cross himself walked away. But like I said, it didn't die. It's still there. People are still participating, still doing it. It is something that I still highly recommend that people that are struggling try, be a part of, or just even hang out. there is a Facebook group for the 100's. That's THEE and the number 100 that I recommend you all check out. But anyway, so Adam Lohr and Frank Salazar decided they were going to do an anthology, which I think is exactly what needs to happen. And right now they're going to base it off space and stuff like that. I really wanted to hop on a live stream at the in the future, so I can discuss stuff with them, see where their head is at and kind of pick their brain. I'm interested in doing a story for this new 100's. My only reservation is I don't want it to interfere with this. This is very important, and I need to get this done. But I'm fairly confident. I have a story idea of mine. I have a public domain character that I was going to use to tell a story with, and it's pretty cool little concept I got in my head, and so I'm looking forward to that. Now, if any of you are interested in being part of this new anthology, I recommend getting up with Frank Salazar or Salazar Art Nation or Adam Lohr. You can find them on YouTube and I think Instagram and probably Facebook, and ask them about it and inquire about it. As for me, I do have a story in mind, and if I'm going to do it, I try to get a head start and start working on it now, so I don't get in trouble, and get behind and stuff like that. Which I have not 100% fully committed to the idea because, again, I'm working on this stuff. But I'm excited. I'm excited about the 100's. I am excited about working on WILDCAT, Dead Man Walking. I feel like I'm getting better as an artist, doing decent work and stuff like that. And I really hope to knock all your socks off with all the stuff that I'm working on. And I just wanted to do a video to kind of let you know, as usual, I'm still alive. I've just been really focusing and brainstorming and thinking and making a lot of headway finally in this story that I wanted to tell. And I can at least, I feel confident in saying, get the Dead Man Walking thing rolled out fairly soon as the story elements are finally getting there. I've got all kinds of wonderful character things that I've put together and figured out. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited for me. And I apologize for this poor man's format of Sketching Past Midnight. I do promise to revamp the show and do something with it. I just want to make it something that you can all be happy about and proud of, and actually want to go back and rewatch and listen to. So that is a plan that I got in motion. I just haven't got all the parts together for that yet. And yeah, and I also plan on doing more YouTube stuff in Odyssey, odyssey.com. Check that out, ODYSEE, Odyssey. So I'll plan on doing a lot of stuff with that. And yeah, I just have to kick my butt in the gear and get stuff done. Much love, everybody. I thank you for tuning in and watching this. I hope I didn't bore you too bad with it. As always, I am your somewhat humble host, CB Smallwood, signing off, reminding you to be the change you want to see, to be the tide that rises all ships, that if you truly have righteousness on your side, then mighty forces will come to your aid, hopefully. Carpe diem, my friends. Until next time, this is CB Smallwood signing off.
Well, hello everyone, this is CB Smallwood, and I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And if you want to support this channel, then please head on over to newempirecomics.com. Again, that is newempirecomics.com. And the most important thing that you can do right now, other than hitting like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, is do this. Click on the Join the Mailing List button so that you'll be the first to know when our comics are being crowdfunded, exclusive free goodies, news, and more. You can also click it here, which will take you to the mailing list sign up. Just put in your name, your email, hit subscribe, and you are done. So if you want to be notified when I launch a crowdfunder, or whenever I'm giving away something for free, which I may do on occasion, this is the way to go. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and thank you for your support.